Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video announcements. I have a bunch of things coming up, actually a bunch of things happening this week. Starting tomorrow with Eat, Share, Learn, Ben is going to be leading tomorrow and talking about virtue ethics. So I hope you will join him for that. That's at noon, and I will put the Zoom link in the comments. It's tomorrow, Wednesday. We do them every Wednesday. And anyone is welcome to join. We're following a curriculum that we've been doing for a few weeks now that is all about Unitarian Universalism and ethics. It's really interesting, but you don't have to have come to any of the sessions before to come this week. So just drop in and join Ben to talk about virtue ethics tomorrow. Also tomorrow, there's a couple things happening in the evening. The first is a grief group with Karen Campbell, and Karen has been running this group a couple times a month all year. It's for anyone who's experiencing any kind of grief, however you define that. She's really welcoming and open to having you there. You just have to reach out to Karen for the Zoom link. And it is tomorrow, Wednesday at 7. At 7:30 tomorrow is Jed's music video production night. That is if you want to learn about the behind the scenes of how we make videos and music for worship on Sundays. You can join Jed Wednesday nights at 7:30 and be a part of possibly creating videos for that upcoming Sunday service. So I will put the Zoom link for that in the comments if you'd like to join Jed this week. On Thursday is the next session of the Men and Masculinities group, and they are going to be, that's at 7 p.m. on Thursday. I'll put the link in the comments. They'll be talking about who are your favorite non-male heroes? Who are your favorite non-male heroes? So I'm sure that'll be a good conversation. That's also a drop-in group. You don't have to be signed up for it. Just show up. It is for folks who either identify as male or non-binary, and you're invited to join Ben and Harry and Jim to talk about heroes. This Sunday, I'll be leading a service on becoming and the kinds of becoming that we choose and work for, versus the kinds of becoming that that just happen to us. So we'll be talking about becoming. In the variety of ways we become who we are and our lives become what they are. And after the service, there is another community dinner meeting. So if you're interested in helping with community dinner, Karen Thomas will be running that. And I'm not sure yet if it's going to be in the main Zoom room, or a separate Zoom link. But stay tuned for the newsletter, and we'll announce it on Sunday morning as well. So that's right after the service on Sunday. Also on Sunday evening, there's a racial justice movie night happening, and all the details for that were in last week's newsletter, and they'll be in this week's newsletter. It's in the evening, and it's specifically a video about Asian American discrimination. So it is a timely one, and they'll be actually, I believe, streaming the movie in Zoom. So you can join in Zoom and watch the movie together with others and chat, and then there'll be some time for conversation. And I will put a link in the comments to some more details about that. That's this Sunday, April 18th in the evening. Next Saturday, April 24th, April 24th, is going to be a UU Action online program, Speaking Justice in the Language of Faith. It'll be, I've actually done this program. It's being led by the UU College of Social Justice. They do a really, really great job. And they talk about how to bring your values as a Unitarian Universalist into conversations in the public square. And especially if you're like going to the State House to testify on a bill, or writing a letter to the editor or to your representatives. They're going to be talking about how to do that and do it while incorporating your UU values. So that's 2 p.m. on Saturday, April 24th, and I will put a link for where to sign up for that in the comments. And on April 25th, we are having what we're calling a virtual team fair after church, where we're going to have, instead of our normal fellowship time, random and breakout groups, we'll have a bunch of breakout groups that are about different areas of the church. And you can stick around and hop between those groups and learn about how different parts of the church work, and also about, if you're interested, how you can get involved in those different areas of the church. So that's April 25th, right after the service. I hope you'll stick around and join us for that. A couple of further off things, a reminder that Ben's ordination is at 2 p.m. on May 23rd, and we are still accepting those handprints that hopefully you have made. Just get them to Erica in the office somehow, and you can mail them in. I believe the bin is still out there in the Grove Street parking lot, so we are still accepting those. If you haven't gotten your hand in yet, we'd love to include it. Annual meeting is coming up on June 6th. Our clerk, Jody, has just sent out a notice about that. It's going to be virtual again right after, it won't be immediately after the service. It'll be at noon to 2 is what we schedule for it. And we're hoping you're planning to attend. And there'll be more details about that to come. And finally, in June, at the end of June, it will be our National Unitarian Universalist Association's General Assembly, which happens at the end of June every year. And it is virtual again this year, so it's really easy to participate. It's a lot cheaper than usual, and we would love for folks to attend. We are still looking for some delegates, I know, so if you're interested in going and actually voting in the business parts of the meeting as a representative of our congregation, you can let Lindsay Hedrick know. She's the vice president of our board, and the board votes on those delegates, and we'll be voting in May, so let her know soon if you want to be a delegate. But even if you're not going to be a delegate, you can attend, and I will put a link in the comments for where you can find out more about General Assembly and the schedule and where you can sign up. And I go every year, and it's always a wonderful way to connect to our larger denomination, and I always come away with things to think about, and I would love to have many of you there with me virtually this year. So that's what I've got for this week. If there's anything you want me to include in my announcements next week, just send me a note by Tuesday morning and I'll make sure to get it in. And in the meantime, I hope you're hanging in there, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday.